Chapter 271. Purple Thorn Token, 2 in 1 chapter. Shang Yanfei saw Fang Yuan reject the primeval stones and gave another solution. You are now under Bai Clan's arrest warrant. This is evidently a misunderstanding. I shall explain for you and remove this arrest warrant. What do you think? Fang and Bai were wanted. Shang Xinci knew this. Why didn't I think of it? To get rid of the arrest warrant for Brother He too. This is undoubtedly what he needs the most. Shang Xinci supported this wholeheartedly. Shang clan was the southern border overlord, while Bai clan was an ordinary clan village. Moreover, their spirit spring was running dry. The clan was gradually getting weaker. Shang Yanfei's explanation will definitely be accepted by Bai clan, but Fang Yuan shook his head. Although this was enticing, he had other plans in his heart. If Shang clan cleared up the matter, it would cause him to be branded as one of them. This would be a great obstacle in his future plans of getting close to the demonic Gu masters and joining Etian Mountain. Short-term benefits in exchange for long-term harm. This arrest warrant may seem troublesome, but it was no harm to Fang Yuan. Which demonic lord did not have tens of arrest warrants on them? Fang Yuan had over 100 in his previous life. So what if the arrest warrants pile up? The most ironic thing was, after he established the Bloodwing demonic sect in his previous life and dominated a region, many clans took the initiative to remove the arrest warrant for him. This was the truth of the world. Eventually, only strength matters, according to Fang Yuan's plans. He wanted to stay in Shang Clan City for 2 to 3 years. During this period, Bai clan had no way to arrest him. After that, he would gather a set of goo worms and gain a boost in strength. Then he would have no fear towards Bai clan's arrest warrant. In fact, Bai clan itself was in a dangerous situation, unable to fend for themselves. How could they bother about Fang and Bai? Thus, Shang Yanfei's reward, although it was important in Shang Xinci's eyes, it held zero value to Fang Yuan. Thus, he shook his head. Our conflict with Bai clan originated from an inheritance. Truthfully, we snatched their inheritance and killed the Bai clan young masters, but we have never regretted it. My injury is due to Bai clan. One day, I will find them for revenge. I am such a person. Repay kindness with gratitude, and return grudges with revenge. A droplet received in need will be repaid with a whole spring. A spark of hatred will result in the burning of an entire forest. As he said so, Fang Yuan did not hide his overwhelming killing intent. Immediately, many of the young masters had differing feelings. He has an extremely demonic nature. Some were disgusted. A person exacting revenge on a clan. This person is truly naive. Some looked with disdain. He, being so honest in front of Father, is this person a fool or something with great courage? Some were amused. Shang clan was a righteous path overlord. But Fang Yuan declared his intentions for revenge in front of Shang Yanfei. His arrogance and confidence caused Shang Xinci to feel inwardly shocked, but not surprised. This was Brother He's true nature, wasn't it? Shang Yanfei was also unfazed. In his opinion, Fang Yuan was very honest and straightforward. Wei Yang's evaluation was spot on. Such a person can be easily read. Compared to the quiet Bai Ningbing, he preferred Fang Yuan much more. There is no need for Lord Clan Leader to intervene and remove the arrest warrant for us. I need this to encourage myself, to whip myself, and continuously get stronger. Thank you, Lord Shang Yanfei, for your kind intentions. Fang Yuan cupped his fists. In that case, tell me what reward you want. Don't talk about your debt being repaid. If my Shang clan wants to reward someone, they will be rewarded. This is our rules. Even if you throw the reward away, that is none of my business. Shang Yanfei frowned, acting unhappy. Immediately, the relaxed atmosphere in the courtyard became slightly more solemn. The young masters became much more careful when they raised their glasses to drink. This was the dominating aura of Shang clan leader, Shang Yanfei. A rank 5 Gu master. I want to reward you. Even if you do not want it, you have to take it. It is not a choice. Fang Yuan looked around and laughed. But what if I really do not want it? Shang Yanfei spoke calmly, but his gaze was determined. That is not an option. Many of the young masters saw this conflict and scolded Fang Yuan as an idiot secretly. He must be stupid, pushing away Shang clan leader's reward. Many people would die for this opportunity. Some praised his overwhelming bravery. Shang Xinc's hands were sweating, worrying for Fang Yuan. Wei Yang laughed, soothing the atmosphere. I thought about it. Brother Fang Zheng was injured and disfigured. Why don't Lord Clan Leader ask the doctor to restore his appearance? This is a good idea. Wei Yang, call Dr. Su Shou to come here. Shang Yanfei nodded and said. Fang Yuan was silent as Wei Yang went away. Soon, Wei Yang reported, Dr. Su Shou has been invited here. Please come with me, Brother Fang Zheng. Fang Yuan paid no attention to his own appearance, but at this time he could no longer be pushy that he looked at Bai Ningbing. Come along too, get a full body checkup as well. Bai Ningbing snorted. She knew exactly what injuries she has. But then again, she knew Fang Yuan had other plans, thus she agreed. The two left the courtyard and entered the house. They were familiar with this house, because they had once waited here for Shang Yanfei for 6 hours, and did not even get to meet him. Dr. Su Shou was a slim woman, wearing a veil on her face and a white shirt and skirt. She was drinking tea at her seat. She had a complex relationship with Shang Yanfei. Favor, grudge, love, hatred, all of them. She held a unique position in Shang Clan City. She was a rank 5 healing Gu master. A rare day where my mood is great today. She placed her cup down, looking at Fang Yuan. You seek treatment? Go bathe first. She then stretched out her finger, pointing at Bai Ningbing. Especially you, young lady. What did you apply on your face? Ugly and dirty. Clean it before you come back. Bai Ningbing had concealed her looks on the entire journey. She continued to do so even in Shang Clan City. Her face was smothered with cinnabar, pretending it was her birthmark. She even applied special black oil, and her hair covered her forehead, causing her to look unkempt. Hearing this, Bai Ningbing was surprised. Fang Yuan had the same expression. Wei Yang quickly explained, this is Lord Dr. Su Shou's rule. Every patient has to shower and clean their bodies, use fragrance oil, and change into a white robe. Otherwise, she will not treat them. But no worry, I have already prepared it in advance. The hot water is ready. Please follow me. The two entered the inner house, and there were indeed 2 wooden buckets inside. Beside each bucket, there were 2 mortal servants standing, helping the guests to wash themselves. Bai Ningbing immediately frowned, saying unhappily, Get out, I will wash myself. This, Wei Yang was hesitant. These 4 were Dr. Su Shou's attendants. Dr. Su Shou was a clean freak. If the servants were chased away, she might not clean herself properly, resulting in her unable to get treatment. I'll keep mine. Brother Wei, please go out first. Her loss if she cannot enjoy it. Fang Yuan laughed. Wei Yang told them his worry, but Bai Ningbing insisted. Wei Yang did not pursue it further, leaving the room and closing the door. After all, the healing target was Fang Yuan anyway. Fang Yuan took off his clothing, throwing away his shirt and entering the wooden bucket. The temperature of the water was just nice. As the 2 servants worked, one poured the fragrance oil as the other rubbed Fang Yuan's back. They moved in perfect harmony, obviously experienced. Bai Ningbing stood before the bucket, not moving as she hesitated. Fang Yuan laid in the bucket relaxing, placing his arms at the corner of the bucket, saying lightly, Bai Ningbing, our identities have already been exposed. We have no need to hide in Shang Clan City. Do you really not dare to show your face to people? Bai Ningbing immediately snorted. Fang Yuan continued, I called you over with good intentions. This Dr. Su Shou, I have long heard of her great fame. In the southern border, she, roaming Dr. Jiuji, Dr. Sheng Shou, and Dr. Sha Ren are the 4 great doctors. You can ask her later regarding the yin-yang rotation gu. Yin-yang rotation gu. Bai Ningbing's eyes squinted into a line, as they shone unsteadily. This was Bai Ningbing's greatest pain, and the method Fang Yuan used to control Bai Ningbing. Saying it out loud like this, what was the reason? What schemes does he have now? What is his motive? All sorts of suspicions arose in Bai Ningbing's head. The mental impact that Shang Xinc's gave her was still lingering, causing Bai Ningbing to still experience afterfear. This Fang Yuan was like an unknown abyss. Even Shang Xinc's did not know her identity, but he knew. Otherwise he would not have approached her. How did he do this? Bai Ningbing could not guess the spring-autumn cicada. That was a rank 6 gu, and too far from her understanding. But she made another guess. That is, a predictive ability gu. Fang Yuan must have a precognition-type goo, able to see scenes of the future. I thought he was familiar with Baigu Mountain due to the experiences of past people, but now it seems it must be the effect of this goo. The problem is, which predictive goo does he own, and what rank is it? Undoubtedly, Bai Ningbing's pressure at this moment was the greatest, even if she understood that predictive goo have their own severe weaknesses. Sometimes, the predicted future is either wrong or chaotic, but now that she wanted to deal with Fang Yuan, she would be forced to think. Would this plan of mine be forewarned? If I use this method to deal with him, will he just make use of it instead? Enemies that can predict the future were too terrifying. I in the inner house. Hot steam rose. Bai Ningbing stood on the spot, but felt her hands and legs freezing. I in the steam. She could almost see Fang Yuan lying in the bucket as the servants washed his body. She could feel that Fang Yuan was staring at her, using his abyss-like dark eyes. Those emotionless and deep eyes, quietly staring at her. She could hear Fang Yuan screaming in her heart. What are you going to do? Bai Ningbing. That's right. This is my trump card, a precognition goo. You want to deal with me? Go ahead. I can see the future. You have no chance of winning. But the truth was, Fang Yuan was already resting his eyes. Whether Bai Ningbing washed or not, it was part of his probing, killing two birds with one stone. He was testing both Bai Ningbing and Shang Yanfei. The two servants were really experienced. When the water turned cold slightly, they immediately added hot water. The room was not big. After placing 2 buckets, it was crowded. This portrayed the state Shang Yanfei faced when he decided to give up the position of young master back in the day to become a commoner. But this was normal. Heroes often met despair. But that is not to say the fate of heroes is full of calamities. But because only despair and desperation can create heroes, Shang Yanfei could be called a hero, but he is more of a schemer, an ambitious person. After an hour of washing, the servant stopped. Fang Yuan wore the shirt they prepared and walked out of the room, but Bai Ningbing was still standing there, thoughts flowing in her head. Get out. I will wash myself. After Fang Yuan left, Bai Ningbing chased the 2 servants away. Fang Yuan smiled. The more Bai Ningbing thought, the more pressure she faced. The more she thought, the more her willpower was sucked away. Sometimes, strengths might not be strengths that if Bai Ningbing was a straightforward bore, so be it. But she was extremely intelligent, and the more intelligent she was, the more she thought, and the more she would find Fang Yuan unpredictable and hard to win. Bai Ningbing could have felt nothing wrong with the bath, but Fang Yuan could tell that she had lowered her head to him from this insignificant matter. Smart people were suspicious. From another angle, it was Bai Ningbing who helped Fang Yuan subdue herself. Back at the main room, Fang Yuan found Dr. Su Shou. She did not waste time. Stretching out her palm and placing it at Fang Yuan's shoulder, a gush of pure white light burst forth like water and enveloped Fang Yuan's entire body. A refreshing and cool feeling spread throughout Fang Yuan's body. His burnt skin could be seen recovering rapidly. At the same time, flesh started to grow at the right side of his head. As time passed, the flesh grew and formed into shapes of ear and cartilage. Fang Yuan gritted his teeth as the numbing feeling assaulted him like waves, continuously challenging his limits. Quickly, new skin formed on his body, and from the pores that were burnt, new eyebrows grew. In 15 minutes' time, his injuries healed. He not only regained his looks, but his right ear also grew out, matching with his left. Dr. Su Shou pulled back her hand, commenting, "Now you look much better. Leave, and bring your companion along." Humph. She chased my servants away. How would I know if she had cleaned herself properly? At this time, the room door opened, and Bai Ningbing walked out. She wore a white robe, returning to her formal appearance. Without any concealment, her blue eyes shone like the blue sky. With ice muscles and jade bones, her face was slightly red, and she carried with her the lingering steam from her bath. Even the woman Dr. Su Shou was moved by her divine appearance. Dr. Su Shou's impression of Bai Ningbing changed completely, as she said gently, "Little sister looks incredible. I almost got charmed by you." This attitude was a 180-degree turn. Fang Yuan could not help but roll his eyes, but he knew this was Dr. Su Shou pursuing all things beautiful in her life. Or using Earth's words, she had an appearance complex. Bai Ningbing shook her head. "I do not need healing. I just want to know about the yin-yang rotation goo. I will answer anything little sister wants to know, Dr. Su Shou gently said, then turned coldly at Fang Yuan. As for you, why are you still here? Go out. Completely different attitudes towards Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing. Fang Yuan rubbed his nose, having been chased out. The moment he got out, he saw Wei Yang. Brother Fang Zheng? Wei Yang looked at him hesitantly. Fang Yuan nodded, showing gratitude in his eyes. Thank you, brother, for guarding here the entire time. Haha. To think you look so handsome. Wei Yang raised his thumb as he praised. Actually, Fang Yuan looked extremely plain and ordinary. He could only be considered middle-upper level in terms of looks. But his eyes were dark like the abyss, giving off an unquestionable aura. Most importantly, he was way too ugly when he was injured. In contrast, he became much more handsome. But Wei Yang quickly laughed bitterly. Little brother, since you call me brother, I shall lecture you. Why did you refuse clan leader's reward? I know you have your principles, but Shang clan has their rules, as they say, follow the customs of the place you are in. Moreover, Lord Clan Leader is not trying to harm you. This is a good thing. But if you continue insisting, the good thing will turn sour. A wise man submits to circumstances. I'm sure you do not want Lady Xinci to be stuck in the middle, right? Fang Yuan frowned. I accepted treatment because I was considering this point. Wei Yang's smile became even more bitter. Just this treatment alone is no reward. If Shang clan does not produce a proper reward, it will cause outsiders to laugh at us and ruin Shang clan's reputation and image. In future, if Shang clan's young masters encounter trouble, who would help them? Thus, you must accept this reward no matter what. Wei Yang spoke as he observed Fang Yuan's expression. Seeing him frown even harder, he continued, urging, You, oh you, I don't know what to say. Something that people would die for. You are doing your best to refuse it. Little brother Fang Zheng, an arm cannot overpower a leg. If you really do not want it, you can accept it now, and after this is over, give it to Shang Xinci. Is that not a good solution? Fang Yuan thought about it, and said solemnly, This is a good idea. First, it does not violate my principles. Second, it would not make life difficult for you. But brother Wei, what do I ask for? Wei Yang immediately replied, Of course it is a token. Fang Yuan laughed secretly. That was what he wanted to hear all along. He wanted to hear it from Shang Yanfei, but Shang Yanfei seemed to have wanted to recruit him, intentionally not mentioning it. Now, he shall make use of Wei Yang. Token. Fang Yuan showed a confused expression. You just got to Shang Clan City. Although you know there is a need for tokens, you do not know the importance of it. Trust brother Wei, a high-class token is very important. Sometimes, even if you have money, it is useless without a token. Wei Yang advised wholeheartedly. Fang Yuan nodded. Although I don't get it, since brother Wei said so, I shall request for a token. Wei Yang instantly felt strongly moved due to being trusted. He patted Fang Yuan's shoulders, sighing. Little brother, we hit it off so well. Why would I cause you to lose out? Back at the courtyard, Fang Yuan immediately said to Shang Yanfei, I was rash. After hearing brother Wei Yang's advice, I realized a token was so important. I would like to ask for 2 tokens from Lord Clan Leader. Shang Yanfei's eyes shone. He intentionally kept quiet because he had plans. But to think Wei Yang ruined it. This Wei Yang. He failed while trying to do good, not thinking further into this. These 2 saved his birth daughter. The token given cannot be too low class. Never mind. In Shang Clan City, what is that little primeval stones they had amount to? In a year or 2, it would be finished. Even if they had the token, they would still need to rely on Shang Clan. Thinking so, Shang Yanfei laughed heartily, waving his hand. All right. I shall give both of you a purple thorn token each, as my thanks to you. Almost all the young masters gasped at this. Even Wei Yang was taken aback. Shang Clan City had black, white, red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, purple, a total of 9 tokens. Blackstone token was the lowest. Purple thorn token was the highest. It meant one was a VIP in Shang Clan. The authority was almost half a clan elder. Even Fang Yuan did not expect that Shang Yanfei would give out a purple thorn token. He had planned to receive a green, turquoise, or blue token, these 3 colors. He greatly underestimated Shang Yanfei's magnanimity. Shang Yanfei took out a token immediately. It was made of Cirsus chinensis wood, palm-sized. The front wrote the two words Shang Clan, while the back was a mini-map of Shangliang Mountain. But this was not the real purple thorn token. Shang Yanfei called out another gu. This is the special token gu of Shang Clan. It needs your blood. The gu worm was like a mosquito, flying to Fang Yuan's arm, taking a bit of blood, and returned to the surface of the token. Splat. With a crisp sound, the token goo exploded, turning into a lump of blood and merging into the token. The token seemed to have no changes, but when it got into Fang Yuan's hands, the surface started to glow with a purple light, like water and shadow. Only now, did this become a real purple thorn token? Even if outsiders got the token, it was useless. This could only be used by Fang Yuan. This was also Shang Clan's protective measure, making it impossible for outsiders to impersonate. If they used goo worms as the trust token, other goo masters might reverse engineer it and refine the goo for themselves. The genius part was, the purple thorn token was not a goo worm. It only had the power of the token goo remaining in it as time passed. The token goo's power would decrease, and the purple thorn token would lose effect. This was an advantage to Shang Clan. The depreciation of the token would cause its usage to be sustained at a certain level that if Fang Yuan's purple thorn token lost effect, he would have to return to Shang Clan City and ask them to create a new one. This was a way Shang Clan controlled their tokens. Fang Yuan obtained the purple thorn token, and the young master's gaze towards him changed completely. Before, he was still just a demonic goo master. Many looked down on him, felt disdain towards him, but now they held an equal attitude. The purple thorn token could only be given out when the clan leader or 10 elders came to an agreement. There were only 200 purple thorn tokens in the world now. Your companion? Shang Yanfei took out another token. Still with Dr. Su Shou, I will go rush her now. Wei Yang was about to get up when Bai Ning Bing returned, in front of everyone. Her expression was cold and solemn. She had heard from Dr. Su Shou that to return to her male body, she needed the corresponding Yang Gu. Of course, there was no absolute. If she could get a rank 6 Gu immortal to help, there was a high chance of success. Seeing her appearance, many young masters fell into a daze. Chapter 272, New Alliance Agreements. Bai Ning Bing's appearance caused the attention on Fang Yuan to divert. The contrast was simply too great, causing everyone to focus on her. Fang Yuan had an ordinary appearance, but when he first appeared, even Wei Yang praised him. Bai Ning Bing, however, looked stunning. The contrast was much more evident. Next, Bai Ning Bing also received the purple thorn token. During the clan banquet, everyone interacted with each other, portraying a cohesive gathering on the outside, but secretly. There were storms brewing. In large clans, young masters often fought openly and secretly, because large clans had the resources for them to compete. On the other hand, normal clans like Guyu Clan Village, by Clan Village, focused on nurturing one successor. It was not a problem of fertility, but because they wanted to avoid internal conflicts between young masters which could cause the clan to decline. Fang Yuan displayed his forthright and hot-blooded side. These young masters were influential people. Nurturing a good relationship with them would greatly aid him in his stay on Shangliang Mountain for the next few years. He clarified his past as the former Guyu Clan future clan leader, similar to Bai Ning Bing. Immediately, he closed the distance he had with the other young masters. Obviously, there were people who asked about the reason why Qingmao Mountain turned into an icy hell, but Fang Yuan did not explain it. He only mentioned that the past was a nightmare and showed a painful expression. He had the purple thorn token in his hand, so no one dared to force him. A few young masters toasted Bai Ning Bing, but she did not bother responding to them, acting as she pleased. If it was before, the young master would definitely be secretly angry. But now that she showed her true beauty, no one got angry about it. They only felt that this woman was beautiful like a fairy, resembling a ice fairy. Paired with her cold behavior, it fitted her image perfectly. The clan banquet lasted for an hour. Before ending, can I still call you Brother Heitu? As they parted, Shang Xinci stared at Fang Yuan with glimmering eyes. Whichever you like. Fang Yuan smiled warmly. Shang Xinci blinked, saying softly, Brother Heitu's injuries are healed. It is worth celebrating, but I feel like we are quite far apart. Brother Heitu has the purple thorn token now. You can freely leave and enter the second inner city. Are you currently staying at Nanqiu Garden? Shang Xinci was very chatty. From deep in her heart, she felt that Fang Yuan was very close to her. Thus she had many things to say. In a foreign environment, people subconsciously found a sense of security from people they know. Fang Yuan knew her mental state, initiating. Yes, I am staying at Nanshou Garden. When you are free, you can come over to visit. Shang Clan City is huge. We can go shopping together. Shang Xinci's eyes glowed brightly, happily nodding. Xiao Dai was beside her, happily shouting. It has been so boring stay at home these days. After Fang Yuan regained his looks, Xiao Dai no longer found him so scary. Soon after, Shang Yanfei brought Shang Xinci away, being the first to leave the place. The young masters lost the restraint on them and started to show their true colors. Many gave invitations to Fang and Bai. Fang Yuan did not reject them but promised to visit when he had time. These were all empty promises. When everyone started leaving, the two also went back to Nanshou Garden. Are you happy now? Bai Ningbing went to Fang Yuan, laughing coldly. Happy about what? Humph, you know the answer. Do you really want me to say it? Being in Shang Clan City, some things were not meant to be said. It would hurt both parties. Fang Yuan smiled and did not respond. Bai Ningbing stared at Fang Yuan with a flickering gaze. I have to admit, I underestimated you. Even though I want to chop you into pieces, I greatly admire your tactics. She paused, then continued. Let's not beat about the bush. Under what conditions will you return the Yonggu to me? Hiki. Fang Yuan laughed lightly. Bai Ningbing looking for him meant she had lost her bearings. Shang Xinci's matter had a great impact on her. This was no doubt a chance. Since she wanted to lay their cards on the table, so be it. Thus, Fang Yuan said, we are both smart people. If you were in my spot, what would you do? Bai Ningbing immediately gave a cold snort, her eyes closing into a line, as she shot daggers with her gaze. Let me warn you, do not go overboard. Otherwise, I will disregard the consequences and act. Let's see who loses out more then. Fang Yuan laughed. You are right. I have been thinking these days, we each hold the other party's weakness. At this point, how can we struggle among ourselves and let a third party take advantage of our conflict? Bai Ningbing was silent. Fang Yuan continued. How about this? Assist me to rank 5 peak stage, and I'll return the Yonggu to you. F*CKU. The corner of Bai Ningbing's lips twitched, immediately snickering. You think I am an idiot like Shang Yazi? Rank 5 peak stage. I can't believe you have to face to say that. They agreed upon rank 3 earlier, but now it seems Fang Yuan was really going to go back on his words. Although Bai Ningbing was ready for it, seeing Fang Yuan's shameless smile, she felt anger rising in her. Bai Ningbing, don't be ungrateful. I saved your life. If I did not use the Yinggu, you would have perished on Qingmao Mountain long ago. Fang Yuan's expression turned cold. Bai Ningbing did not relent, immediately retorting. Humph. If I did not block first-generation Guyu's hit for you, you would have died before me. On Baigu Mountain, if I did not, that time you fell into the swamp, did I not save your life? The two bickered in the room, exchanging blows against each other until they both went silent. Their relationship was a huge mess already. But one thing was sure, they relied on each other's strength to arrive at Shangliang Mountain. If not for their mutual assistance, they would not have lived until today. The two fell into silence, as the atmosphere in the room became less tense. Next, what plans do you have? A moment later, Bai Ningbing broke the silence. Stay a few years in Shang Clan City. Now that we have the token and primeval stones, we can get ourselves a set of complementary goo worms. You also fought against that Wei Yang. Only when we have a set of goo worms can we display our true power. Fang Yuan said. Bai Ningbing snorted. At most, rank 4 peak stage. My contributions were high on Baigu Mountain. You have to give me half of the primeval stones. Fang Yuan nodded. Okay, let's high-five as a promise. Bai Ningbing stared at him, furiously growling. You think I am a fool? High-five? Use the poison Valgu. Poison Val, understand? Fang Yuan nodded. No problem, poison Valgu it is. Bai Ningbing squinted, a dangerous feeling emerging in her heart. Fang Yuan's quick response caused her to feel that she had been scammed. She seemed to have fallen into Fang Yuan's trap again. But Fang Yuan's words shifted. But what? Bai Ningbing was extremely vigilant. Fang Yuan continued. From now on, if we have any gains, it will be split 3:7. You 30%, and me 70%. If we have any goo, I have choosing priority. I will use primeval stones to compensate you. This is my baseline. You must accept it. Bai Ningbing breathed out in relief. Now this is Fang Yuan. If he did not have any terms, it would be too weird. She had traveled with him for so long, he had never lost out in a deal. This person was too devious, especially today. He caused Bai Ningbing's vigilance to surge to an all-time high point 3:7. This was too much, especially when Bai Ningbing's cultivation was much higher than Fang Yuan. But if Fang Yuan did not list an overbearing condition, Bai Ningbing would have felt uneasy. She would think this person was scheming again. Thus, after Fang Yuan gave his terms, Bai Ningbing felt at ease. So be it. Bai Ningbing agreed immediately. Gains or benefits, she did not care about them. Her only goal was Yonggu. After getting information from Dr. Su's show, her final hope was crushed. The two conversed for an entire night. Bai Ningbing looked at the agreement over 10 times, finally concluding that Fang Yuan did not have any loopholes left to use. Thus on the second day, their first job was to buy the poison Valgu. Poison Valgu was a rank 3 gu, with wide uses. Almost every shop in 3rd Inner City sold it. One cost 4,500 primeval stones and needed at least a yellow pear token. But when Fang Yuan showed the purple thorn token, the shopkeeper immediately cut the price by 1,500. Fang Yuan paid 3,000 and obtained the poison Valgu. The 9 tokens held different discount for different gu. Let me refine it this time. Bai Ningbing immediately took the poison Valgu. She was very careful, personally refining the poison Valgu to prevent Fang Yuan from making sneaky moves. This poison Valgu had originally been refined by the shopkeeper already, with his assistance. Bai Ningbing spent 15 minutes to refine the gu and kept it for her own use. Does this shop sell the primeval elder gu? Bai Ningbing asked again. Shopkeeper shook his head, respectfully explaining that the primeval elder gu was a precious rank 3 gu. It would only be sold in auctions. But the two had the purple thorn token. They could easily pre-order it before an auction as long as it isn't a large size one. The auction zone in 3rd Inner City. Wei Yang had brought them there long ago. They easily got to the area and spent 6,700 primeval stones to purchase the primeval elder gu. We spent 10,000 just like that. We shall split the cost of the poison Valgu, but the primeval elder gu's cost will come from you. Fang Yuan reminded. Such small details, I'm not going to nitpick. Bai Ningbing waved her hand, not interested in calculating. She had been used to spending casually, not caring about monetary fortune. In fact, she looked down on Fang Yuan's stingy behavior. Afraid of dragging on, the two returned to Nanqiu Garden and used the poison Valgu. This way, a new agreement was established. According to the agreement, Fang Yuan distributed half of the 900,000 over primeval stones to Bai Ningbing, placing it in her primeval elder gu. Fang Yuan lost half his fortune, but gained an alliance mate by Ningbing. It was a worthwhile trade, and Bai Ningbing also saw hope in regaining the Yonggu. The two were wary of one another, scheming against each other. It was difficult to get to this stage where both was satisfied. Next, can you finally help and aid me in reaching rank 3? Fang Yuan's expression was solemn. Bai Ningbing laughed smugly. Seeing Fang Yuan's ugly expression, she felt extremely happy. For the last few days, she had not helped Fang Yuan in cultivating. However, with the new agreement in place, it was another story altogether. Sure, I'll help you advance to rank 3 today. She agreed immediately. Chapter 273. Advance to rank 3. Swish, swish, swish. In the aperture, the primeval sea ebbed and flowed. A gush of primeval essence crashed towards the aperture walls. The waves were like snow, shining in a silver light, brilliant beyond comprehension. This was the snow-silver primeval essence. I in the room. Bai Ningbing's palms were stuck to Fang Yuan's back as the bone-flesh unity gu sent primeval essence continuously into Fang Yuan's aperture. Once the primeval essence was converted by the bone-flesh unity gu and became Fang Yuan's, he could utilize them. Fang Yuan used the endless amount of snow, silver primeval essence and assaulted his aperture walls. He was now rank 2 peak stage. His primeval essence was deep red, and his aperture walls were of a crystal form, transparent and shiny. Initially, in order to break through from rank 1 peak stage to rank 2 on Qingmao Mountain, he had to use primeval stones to help him, and after 3 to 4 days, he barely succeeded. It was an arduous process. When he tried to break through into rank 3, because of his talent, he had to use the man-beast life burial gu, an external force. But now, it was completely different. Not only because his aptitude had risen to a grade 90% and no longer needed the man-beast life burial gu, he even had the assistance of Bai Ningbing. Human encounters were really mysterious and unpredictable. Even Fang Yuan did not see this coming. The tough crystal walls, under the impact of the snow-silver primeval essence, started to develop cracks. The cracks grew rapidly, expanding and spreading. A moment later, the entire wall was filled with cracks. Crack, crack. The crystal wall shattered, and numerous crystal fragments fell into the primeval sea, causing waves to splash. Soon after, these fragments turned into white spots. Dispersing in the primeval sea. A brand new white light wall replaced the crystal wall. At the same time, a trace of light silver primeval essence appeared from deep within the sea. Light silver primeval essence. It was the symbol of rank 3 initial stage. At this point, Fang Yuan finally broke through rank 2 peak stage and achieved rank 3. Not mentioning rank 6 Gu immortal. Rank 3 was already in the middle spectrum of strength. Be it righteous or demonic, they were a strong force. After leaving Qingmao Mountain, in less than a year, I regained my rank 3 cultivation. This speed is over 3 times of when I was on Qingmao Mountain, and with my grade aptitude, my future is bright. Fang Yuan clenched his fist, cheering in his heart. Looking at the time, only 6 hours passed. So fast. If he used his own effort, he could break through as well, but it would take 24 hours at least. Snow Silver Primeval Essence. It truly was the most effective. Checking his aperture once again, the sea of Bone Spear Goo, Spiral Bone Spear Goo had all been sold. Over half of the deep red rank 2 peak stage primeval essence remained. Bai Ningbing's did not stop injecting her primeval essence. A gush of snow silver primeval essence fell from the sky like a waterfall into the primeval sea, and after some turbulence, it sank to the bottom of the sea. The higher the realm, the better the quality of the primeval essence. Red steel primeval essence and light silver primeval essence could only be pushed up by the snow silver primeval essence. At the bottom of the primeval sea, a bone-like white and blue flower moved along with the sea currents. It was the rank 3 heavenly essence treasure lotus. The movable primeval spring, able to produce 50 primeval stones a day. Beside the pure treasure lotus was the demonic blood skull goo. The blood-colored skull had 2 eye sockets, glowing with a purple flame. Near the blood skull goo, there was a crystal ball, staying motionless. Inside the crystal ball, there was a thick mist that formed into an old man that gave off an immortal aura. The old man carried a walking cane, with a thick beard on his face, showing a calm expression. It was the primeval elder goo. The old man was originally laughing and smiling, but after Fang Yuan took out half his primeval stones, his expression turned plain. There was also another jade pendant-like beetle fossil, half transparent and jade green. It gave off cooling air. It was the rank 2 clearing heat goo, used for curing poison. Close to them, there was also the charred thunder potato mother goo and a rice bag goo. On the surface of the sea, for flavor liquor worm played with the waves. Its fat body shone with red, blue, green, and yellow, symbolizing spicy, bitter, sour, and sweet. For flavors in total. In the air, there was the canopy goo and yang goo, playing around the snow silver waterfall. The canopy goo was like a giant ladybug, its half-round white shell having black spots. The yang goo, however, gave off a warm white light. His most important vital goo was still asleep, drawing the water from the river of time to recover its body. Other than the goo in his aperture, there was still the bone-flesh unity goo. As a bracelet on his arm, as it formed into a bracelet tattoo. In his palm, there was the blood moon goo. On his tongue, there was the Tusita flower tattoo. On his left ear, the breath concealment goo. On his feet, the jumping grass goo. Fleshbone goo was Bai Ningbing's. It had been returned to her. Originally, there was a plunder goo that resembled a black beetle. Fang Yuan had used it to snatch the goo worms in Bai Ningbing's aperture, but it had died from lack of food during the caravan journey. These were all the goo Fang Yuan possessed. 1-inch heavenly essence treasure lotus has to be kept, but I do not have the recipe to continue refining it. I can still use it now, but when I reach rank 4, its use will be negligible. Blood skull goo is useless to me now. To nurture my descendants, there is too much trouble in terms of time and effort. Back then, first generation goo, you had no choice but to do it. I can change out this goo. After all, it is one of the inheritance of the Blood Sea ancestor. I might be able to get a good goo from the treasure realm. But treasure realm is the foundation of Shang clan, even if I had the purple thorn token. I have to plan this carefully. Spring autumn cicada, primeval elder goo, and bone flesh unity goo are definitely going to be kept. Blood moon goo is easy to raise but does not have enough attack and cannot be used as a set. Tusita flower should be changed too. There are better options available. I have to expose the breath concealment goo, but jumping grass has to be removed. It was kept as emergency in the first place. Other than this, I have lots of strength goo to buy. and also investigative, movement-type Gu. Now that our situation is stable, and I have gained the trust of Shang clan, I can try to interact with the gambling den. Fang Yuan considered his options. The Guanim were all gathered individually. They could not form into a set. And they did not even cover all grounds, severely affecting his battle strength. At Shang clan city, they finally had time to develop themselves. He has to use this opportunity and race against time to get his Gu worm set in 2 to 3 years, creating his own battle style, as well as trying to raise his cultivation as high as possible. After that, the 3 kings' inheritance would start. Next would be the righteous demonic battle at Etion Mountain, one that affected the entire southern border. It was a grand event where brave warriors reigned supreme. If one did not have enough strength, they would be cannon fodder. If he had the qualification to join, using Fang Yuan's rebirth advantage, he would be able to gain great benefits. This subordinate greets Lord Clan leader. In the study room, Wei Yong kneeled. Shang Yanfei stopped writing, looking up. Wei Yong, there is only the 2 of us here. Do not be restrained. Thank you for the seat, clan leader. Wei Yong sat at a nearby seat. Shang Yanfei laughed, as he recalled. You were still so rigid. Remember when we first met, before you dominated the battle stage, back when I was still a Shang clan young master. So many years have passed already. It was all thanks to your assistance that I became clan leader. This subordinate does not dare to claim credit. Wei Yong quickly stood up, cupping his fist. I am but a boor, only able to assist in terms of fighting. Clan leader is both intelligent and strong. I am merely the icing on the cake. Although I am intelligent and strong, I am still one person. Only with all of you can I establish a force strong enough to dominate. 2 fists cannot rival 4 palms. A good leader needs his men. Am I right? Shang Yanfei looked at Wei Yong with deep intentions. Wei Yong immediately realized that Shang Yanfei had a deeper meaning, but could not understand his meaning, only cupping his fists. This subordinate is ashamed. Shang Yanfei changed the topic. I had thought at first that Bai Ningbing was a girl pretending to be a guy. After all, many clans carry a male leader mentality. But today, I heard from Dr. Su Shou. Bai Ningbing asked her about the yin-yang rotation Gu. It seems there is a hidden story behind this. But whether she is a guy or a girl, that is a small detail. It is no longer important. What is important is whether she and that Fang Zheng would work for a Shang clan. Wei Yong was enlightened. This subordinate understands. As long as you understand, you may leave. Shang Yanfei waved his hand. This subordinate takes his leave. Seeing the study room's door close lightly, Shang Yanfei leaned back on his chair and closed his eyes. Fang and Bai were able to snatch the inheritance from Bai clan, and were able to escort Shang Xinci back. It showed that they had both brains and brawn. They even had good aptitude. The report states they were rank 3. They were not even 20 yet. This truly was great talent. Most importantly, they knew how to repay kindness. This showed they had proper character. It made people feel at ease. And finally, they were not peasants, but were born as 2 clans' successor. They had the symbol of righteousness ingrained in them from birth. Shang Yanfei had been in power for so many years and had seen many young talents. But very few moved his heart like these 2. But the reason Shang Yanfei wanted to recruit them was not for himself, but for Shang Xinci. He opened his eyes and turned into a pillar of flame, disappearing from the study room. When he reappeared, he was at a huge walkway. At the 2 sides of the walkway, there were tall stone pillars. The ground was paved with a type of white silver-colored brick. Shang Yanfei stood beside the stone pillar, like an ant beside a pair of chopsticks. He walked slowly in the empty walkway. Only the echo of his walking could be heard. After a while, he arrived at the end of the walkway. A giant red door was in front of him. The giant door was as tall as the walkway, over 30 meters tall. There was no handle on the door. Instead, there was the carving of a huge human face. The face protruded out of the door and was sound asleep. The details of the carving was simply perfection. Shang Yanfei came before the door and stared at the red door, saying in an annoyed tone, "Living treasure door, stop pretending to be asleep. What's the point? You've done this too many times." The face on the giant door immediately opened its eyes, staring at Shang Yanfei, complaining. "Sigh, little Fei Fei, you've grown up. You are not cute anymore." As it said so, it opened its huge mouth and a strong gust of wind blew, causing Shang Yanfei's hair to dance in the wind. Its voice was like thunder, as the echo reverberated in the walkway. Shang Yanfei's eyes twitched. "Stop your nonsense. I am here to exchange for treasure." Chapter 274, Living Treasure Door. Exchange treasure? The face on the huge door made funny faces towards the tiny Shang Yan Fei, teasing, "Little Fei Fei, are you going to take advantage of me again? I know we are old friends, but as the guardian of the treasure realm, I will not help you to steal from the inside. Although we are such old friends, how many times have I said it? Can you change the way you call me?" Black lines appeared on Shang Yan Fei's forehead. "Then what do I call you? Little Yin Yin, Little Yin Fei, or Little Yin Zi?" Shang Yan Fei quickly waved his hand, helplessly saying, never mind, do whatever you want. Let's get back to business. I am really here for exchanging treasure." Oh, the huge face dragged his words, evidently not satisfied yet. "Getting to business so soon. I wanted to talk more. This place is boring me to death." Shang Yan Fei sighed. "I am very busy, living treasure door. You know I am the Shang clan leader. It is no longer like before." Sigh, never mind. Every generation of clan leaders are like that. I thought you would be different. I have no requirements this time. I just want somebody to complain to. The eons of waiting truly makes me empty and lonely. Living treasure door sighed gloomily. You are a door. What loneliness can you have? Can't you just sleep? Shang Yan Fei's head was full of black lines. Sleep? I can't fall asleep. You have no idea how hard it is to be alone. Living treasure door started to blabber again. I am not here to listen to your grudges. Let's talk about business, real business. Shang Yan Fei coughed. Oh, then let's do that. Living treasure door's face became solemn. Sure, if you want to exchange treasures, but I have a condition. It dragged its words again. Shang Yan Fei had a bad feeling about this. He raised his eyebrows. What condition? Don't tell me. Ah, looking at your expression, you've guessed it. That's right. I want you to dig my nose, dig my nose. Living treasure door screamed excitedly. Dig my nose, dig. The loud voice continued to echo in the walkway. Shang Yan Fei's forehead was popping with veins. Scoundrel, you're trying this again? My nose is really itchy. I can't breathe properly. I have no hands. I cannot dig my nose myself like you humans. I am so pitiful. Ah. Little Fei Fei, my good friend, please help me. Please dig my nose. As a reward, I will give you my treasured booger. Living treasure door sang out in a poetic tone. Hey, enough is enough. Shang Yan Fei clenched his fists, screaming out after he could control himself no longer. Living treasure door snorted, giving a "what can you do to me" look. Then it started to chant, dig my nose, dig my nose, dig my nose, dig my nose or no treasure for you. Dig my nose and you are a good boy. The voice shook the air and caused the entire walkway to shake. Shang Yan Fei lowered his head, supporting his forehead as the sounds of dig my nose reverberated the walkway. All right, stop chanting. I'll do it okay. Shang Yan Fei screamed out, completely helpless in his heart. Even if he is a rank 5 Gu master, the lord of Shang clan, against the living treasure door, there was nothing he could do. After all, the treasure realm was left behind by Shang clan's ancestors. This was the work of a Gu immortal beyond rank 5. Oh yay! Living treasure door cried out in triumph. Then it urged, quickly, I can't wait anymore. Shang Yan Fei's expression froze. As the corner of his eyes twitched, he stretched out his right hand. On the palm of his right hand, there was a tiny tattoo in the shape of a palm, blood red in color. He activated his primeval essence, and the blood tattoo flew out, turning into a giant bright red hand. Rank 5 blood handprint Gu. Whoever is hit by this palm, be it birds, beasts, worms, or fish, as long as they had blood flowing in them, they would turn into a puddle of blood. It had great strength and a threatening effect. Shang Yan Fei used it to dominate the southern border, establishing his fierce name. But right now, he used the blood handprint to satisfy living treasure door's weird request, digging its nose. The bright red palm turned into a fist, then stretched out its index finger and entered the living treasure door's nostrils. Living treasure door hummed. Yes, that's it. Ah, it feels so good. Deeper. That's right. A little deeper. More strength, please. It feels better if you're rougher. Oh, that was too good. Little Fei Fei, your technique is superb. Ah. Chew. Living treasure door opened its mouth, sneezing loudly. Numerous red, yellow, blue, and green booger were blown out. If one looked properly, the red one was Typhoon Mountain Pepper, a godlike extinct refinement aiding material. The yellow was worry soil, one of the ingredients used to refine a rank 6 Gu. The blue is ice hard. Only at the center of a 10-million-year-old ice mountain can one of these grow. The green was the grass skirt Gu. rank 5 without any defensive ability, but once a goo master uses it, it can give them a grass skirt that is able to absorb primeval energy from the air, replenishing the primeval essence in the aperture rapidly. Alright, my breathing is smooth again. These booger are your gift. I do not want to eat them again, that is too disgusting. Living Treasure Door sniffed after sneezing, feeling extremely satisfied. Shang Yin Fei kept these items, before sighing. Can we get to business now? Of course, of course. What does little Fei Fei want? Living Treasure Door's mood was much better. I remember that there is still a rank 5 man triumphing heaven goo. I want to exchange for it. Shang Yin Fei replied. Living Treasure Door showed a curious gaze. Man triumphing heaven goo, it has the ability to defy heaven and change fate, forcefully awakening an aperture for those mortals without cultivating talent. This goo is extremely precious, little Fei Fei, although we have a close friendship, and you have dug my nose many times, the treasure realm's rules cannot be defied. If you want to exchange for this goo, you will need to offer a goo with even greater value to the treasure realm. Can you stop mentioning the digging of your nose? Shang Yin Fei's veins were popping as he called out a goo. This goo was like a baby's palm, tender and plump, while clear as crystal. There were red blood veins within the palm, causing the palm to emit a ghostly aura. Living Treasure Doors saw this goo and exclaimed, you were giving up the blood handprint goo? Little Fei Fei, I remember this is one of your most useful goo. Weren't you collecting the Blood Sea inheritance? Have you given up your aspiration from young? Shang Yin Fei sighed helplessly. The total number of Blood Sea inheritances are almost uncountable, yet the true inheritances are hidden among them. The difficulty is simply too high. Even if I use the Shang clan to investigate, after all these years, I have only gotten 2 of them. I want the man triumphing heaven goo, but my other precious goo cannot be given up. I have to temporarily sacrifice the blood handprint goo. Someday, I might come back to redeem it. Shang Yin Fei's goo worms were mostly from the Blood Sea inheritance, causing him to specialize in the bloodline path. Because of this, when Shang Xinci entered Shang Clan City, he could detect it immediately. Okay then, since you've made your decision. Living Treasure Door opened its mouth and swallowed the blood handprint goo. Gulp. With a loud sound, the blood handprint goo entered the treasure realm. Next, it regurgitated and opened its mouth, throwing up one goo. This goo was like a 1,000-year ginseng, with many roots and a yellow body. Its luster was dim, as the upper part resembled a body, but the lower part diverged, like a pair of legs. This was the man triumphing heaven goo. Quickly refine it. Once out of the treasure realm, in 3 breaths, this goo will regain its wild nature. It will be too difficult to refine it then. Living Treasure Door urged. Shang Yin Fei nodded and activated his purple crystal primeval essence, instantly refining this man triumphing heaven goo. With this goo, I can awaken Ci's aperture. Now, I just need a few more goo to raise her aptitude and assist her to cultivate. Then, I can recruit Feng and Bai to act as her wings. Ci, I will make sure you are happy, but in this world, strength is the prerequisite to all happiness. Shang Yin Fei kept the man triumphing heaven goo, as his emotions surged. I am leaving, Living Treasure Door. He said to the door. Hey, so soon? Stay and talk to me. I am really bored to death. Living Treasure Door anxiously asked, but the blood flames flickered, and Shang Yin Fei vanished. Ah, this scoundrel, he left me alone again. I am so pitiful, so bored, so tired. Living Treasure Door's grumblings could be heard echoing in the walkway. Another feast with fine wine and delicious food, as people interacted in a heated atmosphere. Brother Wei, Brother Xiaoyan, come, another glass. Fang Yuan stood up and shouted loudly as he raised his glass, while Bai Ningbing watched emotionlessly as she ate her food. Wei Yang, Xiaoyan raised their glasses at the same time, as the 3 glasses collided roughly, causing the wine to spill all over the table and dishes. Back at the battle zone, Fang Yuan wanted to treat them to dinner, but Xiaoyan took the initiative to do so. This time, he kept his word, inviting these 2 to a feast at a huge restaurant. To think that Brother Fangzheng would be the one who saved Shang Clan leader's precious daughter. Good people truly get rewarded. Purple Thorn Token, I am extremely envious. Xiaoyan was a cheerful and honest person, not hiding his envy at all. He had lived in Shang Clan City for many years. He knew what the Purple Thorn Token entailed. Wei Yang put down his glass. What are the 2 of you going to do from now on? Fang Yuan then answered. We plan to stay in Shang Clan City for a while and sell the useless goo we have. Next, we will buy a set of complementary goo worms. Excellent. That is the proper thing to do. If you did not have such plans, I would have reminded you to do so anyway. Wei Yang raised his thumb as he cheered in his heart. Feng, and by staying here meant that there was a greater chance of recruiting them. If the both of you do not mind, you can tell us your plans. Big Brother Wei is very knowledgeable. He can give you good advice. My fire goo path was also recommended by Big Brother Wei, Xiaoyan said at the corner. Chapter 275, Strength Path and Ice Path. Nurture, use, and refinement. Those were the three aspects of a goo master's cultivation. No matter which aspect, they were extremely profound, and each contained knowledge that was wide as the sea. Many people spent their entire lives without venturing fully into one of them. Please advise me, Brother Wei. At the feast, Fang Yuan cupped his fists. We hit it off so well, I shall not beat around the bush. Wei Yang cleared his throat. Before officially teaching, from the general aspect, goo masters are split into 9 ranks. Rank 1 to 5 are mortal, while 6 to 9 are immortal. Among 10 million goo masters, not even one might become an immortal. It is too tough to become one. Even recognized geniuses may not reach it. But let's not talk about immortals, but focus on mortals. The 5 mortal ranks, rank 1 and 2 are beginners, and rank 4 to 5 are a high-level fighting force. Rank 3 is in the middle. It is what connects the two. By this point, both of you are already full-fledged goo masters. Rank 3 is the most important stage, because here, you will build upon your foundations and choose the right direction to advance. It will definitely result in a better future for you. By rank 3, a goo master's strength is already a force to be reckoned with. In many villages, rank 3 are clan elders. At this stage, the goo master has to determine the direction they want to go and create a set of goo worms along that line. If you want to be a support goo master, your goo worms will be mainly storage type. If you want to be an investigative goo master, the core of your goo worms will be investigative types. If you want a future in goo refinement, you can choose to work on existing recipes to create your own new recipe. If someone likes to plot, they can collect thinking assist type goo worms, like the lightning thoughts goo or the immortal showing the way goo. Wei Yang introduced again. The so-called direction refers to attack, defense, healing, storage, movement, and investigative, the 6 aspects. Healing goo masters were known as doctors, having a grand status. Storage goo masters were support goo masters. Every force and clan needed them. Wei Yang was a movement-type goo master. His core goo worm was the rainbow-like goo. Of course, other than these 6, there were other smaller branches. Like a goo master specializing in substitute refinement, they had goo worms that increased refinement speed or helped to weaken the goo worms. Or maybe those goo masters who specialized in catching goo. They were good at finding and capturing wild goo worms. All in all, by rank 3, goo masters would have started to classify into their specific classes, and they become more specialized, becoming an expert in one domain. Saying so, Wei Yang paused, then looked at Feng and Bai, asking, have both of you thought about your advancement direction? Attack. Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing said at the same time with no hesitation. The two were focused on attack. They had an inborn fighting nature and could not be easily subdued. Wei Yang nodded, not surprised at all. He had seen many people and could guess their choices. He continued. Then next, you have to choose goo worms and form a set, a group of goo worms that chains into one system. Forming a set of goo worms had many benefits. Firstly, in terms of feeding, similar goo worms had similar requirement for food. It was easier to collect, store, and trade for these food. Next, in terms of use, goo worms could be used together and increase their ability or cover up their weaknesses. For example, Wei Yang's rainbow light goo had great expenditure issues, but using the light source goo, it reduced the weakness. Lastly, in terms of refinement, placing similar goo worms together to refine them into higher ranks, it not only saves money, but also has higher chances of success compared to refining an array of goo worms. Both of you chose attack, then without doubt, an attack-type goo will have to be your core. Other goo worms will have to support this core. Take for example Little Xiao. He chose the red fire goo as his main attack method. Then I advised him to use the duplicate goo to increase the number of his flames. I next chose the enlarged goo, causing the flame to enlarge in size and become stronger. After that, I chose the fire source goo to reduce his primeval essence expenditure. Lastly, I chose the fire discharge goo as his movement type goo. Wei Yang patted Xiaoyan's shoulders as he said. Xiaoyan purposely showed a bitter expression. Big Brother Wei, you dug up all my secrets. Wei Yang did not mind it. Aha, your secrets are well known to everyone. Among the people in the battle stage now, who does not know what you own? Wei Yang then turned to Fang Yuan. It is no matter even if your goo worms are exposed, as long as you pair it well, you can deal with all situations. Your core goo worm is the foundation of the entire set. Have you thought of what attack type goo worms you want to use as your core? Fang Yuan clenched his fist. Before this, I have already used many goo to raise my strength. Strength is my advantage. I want to continue on it and crush my foes with overwhelming strength. Bai Ningbing said the name of a goo, Frost Demon Goo. Speaking of which, Bai Ningbing had a rank 3 Frost Demon Goo in the past. It allowed the Goo Master to turn into the Frost Demon. Bai Ningbing had a great compatibility with it. But during the battle with Gu Yuqing Shu, it was destroyed. This caused Bai Ningbing to still have lingering emotions towards the Goo. Wei Yang heard this and frowned. You want to go on the Strength Path and Ice Path. For Ice Path, the advantage lies in defense. Frost Demon Goo, Snow Fairy Goo, Ice Crystal Goo. These are the three most famous transformation type Goo. Frost Demon Goo and Snow Fairy Goo are for women, while Ice Crystal Goo is more suited for men. As for Fang Zhang's Strength Path, Wei Yang shook his head. I'm not trying to discourage you, but this would not work. The Strength Path is the most common route people choose. Why is that? Because it is cheap and affordable. Most of the Goo related to the Strength Path are cheap, but because of this, the Goo Masters do not stand out and are very ordinary. I'll tell you the truth. I tried the Strength Path in the past, but wasted a lot of primeval stones later to remove the increased strength in my body. Most demonic Goo Masters lack resources and use the Strength Path as a stepping stone. But Brother Fang Zhang, you have the Purple Thorn token and hundreds of thousands of primeval stones. You do not have to take this narrow path. The Strength Path makes it hard to succeed in life. Hearing Wei Yang's words, Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing looked at each other, nodding. Wei Yang smiled. He did not waste his efforts. Xiaoyan laughed too. After hearing Brother Wei's words, I have gained much insight as well. Brother Wei makes sense, but I still want to walk on the Strength Path. Fang Yuan cupped his fist. Yes, I have decided to give up on the Frost Demon Goo and choose the Ice Crystal Goo. Beside him, Bai Ningbing also made her decision. Huh. Wei Yang's smile froze on his face. Hey, did you listen to what he said at all? Xiaoyan shouted. Bai Ningbing smiled as determination shone across her eyes. Precisely because the Ice Crystal Goo is suited for males, that is why I chose it. Heh. Fang Yuan rubbed his nose. I am thankful to Brother Wei for the advice. But I still like the Strength Path. Others might not achieve success out of it. But if I can, doesn't that show my superiority? Ha ha ha, challenges lie in difficulty, and there is only a sense of accomplishment if there is a challenge. I was hesitant before, but now that Brother Wei has said it, I am definitely choosing this. Choosing the Strength Path was part of Fang Yuan's plans. It involves the Three Kings' inheritance in a few years. Of course, he cannot mention that to anyone. You too, Xiaoyan stared in a daze, unsure of what to say. This, you have to reconsider. This is not a joke. Wei Yang's expression was solemn. His tone was anxious. He did not expect his heartfelt advice to work in the opposite direction. No need to say anything else, Brother Wei. Paths are made by men. My decision is final. Ha ha. Let's continue drinking. Fang Yuan said, showing his determination, causing Wei Yang to swallow his words. Sigh, Wei Yang lifted his glass helplessly, but swore in his heart that he had to convince them otherwise. Especially this Fang Zhang, he was truly messing around. Treating his future as a game, he should not do this. At this rate, it would put his superior aptitude to waste. Wei Yang really could not stand it. He had to quickly adjust Fang Zhang's mindset. This was a future star that the clan leader wanted to recruit. After the banquet ended, and the nagging Wei Yang left together with Xiaoyan, Fang and Bai arrived at the Goo shop. After showing their Purple Thorn token, Bai Ningbing spent 28,000 primeval stones and bought the rank 3 Ice Crystal Goo. Fang Yuan chose a rank 2 Brown Bear. An 8 Strength Goo, spending 4,100 primeval stones. You really intend to make the Ice Crystal Goo your vital Goo? Out of the shop, Fang Yuan frowned and asked. Bai Ningbing knew what he truly meant. She was rank 3 peak stage. If she advanced further, it would be rank 4 realm. She can totally purchase a rank 4 Goo worm and advance instead. But Bai Ningbing shook her head, her expression grim. I do not intend to advance to rank 4. Just yesterday, I found that my aptitude rose by 1% again. The Northern Dark Ice Soul physique was a curse coiling around Bai Ningbing. As she continued to cultivate, Bai Ningbing's aptitude would eventually return to 100%, regaining the 10 extreme physique status. Thus, she would rather give up on advancing. Rank 4 Yellow Gold Primeval Essence had better quality than White Silver Primeval Essence. It could nurture the aperture better and would cause Bai Ningbing's aptitude to recover more quickly. Fang Yuan's steps halted. Is that so? In that case, you can't live without the Yonggu in my hands. Hee. Maybe you can go to Feng Yu Manor and ask them. They specialize in selling information. They might have what you need. You are not going with me? Bai Ningbing stopped, looking at Fang Yuan. I am going to walk around the gambling den. Fang Yuan laughed. All right. Seeing Bai Ningbing walk away, Fang Yuan's smile vanished. He returned to the shop. Shopkeeper, I forgot to buy some things earlier. Do you have them? He gave a list. Shopkeeper did not dare to make a purple thorn token owner wait. He quickly looked at the list and nodded. Yes, esteemed guest, we have them all. Good, prepare one portion for me, immediately. Yes. A moment later, he walked out of the back door of the shop and went into another path, going to a lower level and arriving at the gambling den. Now then, let me see that sealed legendary goo fossil. Moving according to his memories, Fang Yuan entered an extravagant gambling den.